No, it's only calved. It's only a wee calved the day before yesterday. It wasn't only lots of wee, you know. I would think it was maybe slid out over into a shock some.
Well, we better go and look for it. I'll put my boots on. I'll come and look for you.
I looked for 3 hours for it and hadn't seen it.
Have you covered all this bit, Paul?
No, it wouldn't be there. It's only a wee cow. It's only a wee young cow.
Yeah, but we want to go and find it.
Aye. Well, that's the thing. I think it couldn't be far away. I'm thinking it just slipped over a dike and fell in the show.
Right, well, we better get it out of there.
Oh, it'll be, if it's one or water in it.
When did you see it alive last?
Oh, I seen it about an hour and a half before.
Right.
And then I was out the lunch of the pitters and then it.
Right. Well, if you show me where it is, I'll put the boots on. Well, what do you think of him in that?
Eh?
What do you think of Paul in that?
Oh, it's looking well. You said you were reading the paper, but I was saying that was one thing you never done.
Do you never read the paper, Paul?
No, no. I do little reading.
He leaves over to see the pictures.
You don't like to see the lamb prices?
Hey.
You don't like to see the prices?
No, they're still going up.
Aye. Well, they're not going up, they're coming down now, aren't they?
Are they?
I think they've dropped quite a bit in the last week.
Oh, could be.
They would need.
Yeah. Well, you've never been painted before, have you?
Eh?
You've never been painted before.
Oh, that was painted.
Aye, but you've never been painted before.
No, we never done it painted before.
What do you think about folks seeing that long after you're gone?
Oh, well, it would just be another photo.
Oh, no, that's very special.
Oh, no.
Look at the grate.
That's right.
The toe.
Oh.
Aye, that's just that's just the way it is.
The fire was burning brave up to that. There was no one that was listening.
That's right, the fire was too bright. It's not that's a deliberate mistake. See, you couldn't, it would have burnt the bread. Isn't that right, if it was as hot as that?
Mm.
Why, if it was too warm at once.
Aye.
The only thing's not there is your teapot. You usually have your teapot there. Wee
Oh,
red pot.
That's right.
Oh,
The
the
tones,
barrel and everything's sitting up there.
Everything's showing there. There's the length.
Aye.
Oh, well.
I don't know what that is. It's showing there, kind of green on the top of that photo there.
What?
There.
That's a
Oh,
docket.
that's the clergy's card.
Is that what that is?
Uh-huh.
Well, what are the other things in the photograph?
Eh?
There's
That's the calendar,
That's a calendar.
Frank Warwick's calendar.
Frank Warwick it is, right?
Read it. The name of it.
Uh-huh. And what's the other one? That's a photograph of the Queen.
Uh-huh. That's a photograph of the Queen.
I should like myself if you kissed her.
And you've got your new shoes on there, Martha.
Huh?
You've got your new shoes on.
Oh, I got a pair of shoes on that day. Was that when the
That's when
boys was here?
the photographer was here.
Huh?
That's when the photographer was here.
Uh-huh.
Right.
That's right.
It's one of
It's what?
Oh, come out bright enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, come out.
that was a good pin.
Oh,
A good photo.
it shows the barrel all right.
Uh-huh.
You know what?
And the tilly lamp. How old is that tilly lamp?
There's a telly lamp. Sitting
Oh,
on a game.
that is not so very old. It's maybe about 7 or 8 years old.
Right.
Older ones there.
Right. How old would the bowl be, Martha?
Huh?
How old would the bowl be?
Oh, but
Oh, I can see. We
Could
got
be.
them in snow. There wasn't maybe between 30 and 40 years old.
Okay, that's quite young.
You've got your money's worth out of it.
So they're good for them correct, but not in certain stuff.
Right.
oh no.
Well, it's nice that that'll be around for years now, that painting.
Oh,
Oh,
You wouldn't object if I hang that in the surgery?
well,
oh, you may hang it where you like. It's not going to do me any harm now.
No, that's true. Did you ever cut a field of corn like that, Paul?
Oh, I cut 8 acres of corn.
By scythe?
Besides.
That's some job. But then you always used to open the cornfield back with the scythe, didn't you?
Oh, when the reaper was going, it was open to the scythe and then reaping with the horses.
Right.
We had a reaper and you left it off in shifts now,
Right.
but you had her to open round.
Yeah.
Oh.
But how long would it have taken you to cut 8 acres with a scythe?
Oh, well, it was, well, it was on to the weather,
Yeah.
you know. You could have cut, you could have cut maybe an acre gilly in 2 days, you know, if you'd a good dry days and a good one on. There's
But-
quite a difference if there were a good one on it
Right.
with the sides. If it was blowing it well forward, you know, that was the,
But how many people would have been scything in that field with 8 acres?
eh?
How many people would have been working that day?
Oh, there's nobody. We had an 8 acre of corn here ourselves and wrote it all ourselves.
But that would take all summer to scythe.
That's how.
No?
You'd have cut it, it was on to the weather. If you had a good days one day after the other,
Right.
you'd have cut about 3 roods every day.
Right.
If you had 2 lefters, we're getting it out of the road.
Yeah. That-
You know, you were young then, it wasn't the same as now.
That was somebody working with a pole beside the scythe, was it?
That's right. You needed a fowler.
Yeah.
That's if there were no one.
And-
And if there were a real good one, it was far better than your only pound. For it blew the edge at end all the time.
Yes.
And it was as easy again cut.
Right.
That was the way.
Did you ever see hay cut with a sickle? You used to cut the hay with a sickle in Ireland.
Oh, I'll tell
A hook.
you. It wasn't a hook.
A hook. A hook.
Oh, why? Oh, there were no cutting with a hook in my time. They kept it for cutting dike backs.
Right.
If you had a sawed dike, you had a hook.
Right.
Everybody had nearly a hook. And they would have cut on it the dike back, but they couldn't have it out that way. Maybe an old sawed dike, it was sloped so they cut a little bit.
Right.
Oh, the hook, there were at the time they say there were ones could have cut a good load of corn with a hook.
Yeah.
I never seen them on my time.
In these parts at the end of the harvest, did they have any traditions with the? Were there any traditions at the end of the harvest? Would they've had a party?
Aye. Well, there were whiles there were. They had what they called a churn at the end.
Right.
And they would have put so much corn out,
Yes.
you know, out of a shape, and a plaited, and that was hung up in the kitchen. It would have hung there for about maybe 12 months to nearly the next year,
Right.
and maybe they had a dance or something when they finished that. It was far after that they would dances at the Lent pub
At the Lent.
when they were at the Lent.
Right.
You see, when the Lent started, right, there were a crowd of the neighbours, maybe, I seen the Lent of 20 here, and pulling a fill of Lent all in one day,
Right.
and maybe some putting the down. Well, that night, the gang often had a dance that night, and a bowl of porter.
Did they have any tradition with the last sheath of corn? Did they plait it?
Oh, aye, the plaited.
And then some places they threw the hooks at it.
Well, the mate, I didn't, maybe that wasn't just in my time, for it was more the size, like.
Up in Corrine they used to blindfold you and see if you could cut it.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever hear that done, no?
I did hear some talk of something that went through, but I never did see it.
Right.
Never seen anything like that done. But, oh boys, they know nothing about work now.
Yeah. I see you've shafted that scythe yourself.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Safe jigging away.
Used to be the blacksmith was the man that always
Oh, what?
shafted a scythe.
Aye, because he put a wee crop on her. He put a wee crop on the inner there down on there.
Aye, down at the bottom.
But then they begun after that when they made them blades. They put a wee snow lie on them,
Yes.
and that while would have done the snare and all that.
Well, now some of the scythes had a much longer blade than that.
Oh, aye, that was a wee short blade. That was the same sort of blade there. It was on that as what the roadmen would have for when they were cutting the bumpers.
Right.
That was the same sort of blade. But you see, that's never used now.
Aye.
When you go out into a field now, they're no open in the corners. You drop the blade of the reaper down and start off.
Right.
And only it's left the base gathers that up in the water.
Yeah. Well, do you think you'd be able to make any hay this summer, Paul?
Eh?
Will you make any hay this summer?
Oh well, if the weather comes on and good, sure, I could. The people doesn't know. I'm thinking it could be that the people will be really looking distressed for water yet before they end August.
That's hard to believe.
Eh?
That's hard to believe today.
I does, but that could happen.
Yes.
Right enough.
You've known that to happen.
Hey, no one September, the driest month on the line of getting water, the driest month
Right.
of the year.
Well, then you used to make hay with laps and coals.
Oh, why?
How did you do that?
Oh, you get it to shake out with a fork or tedder or whatever it was, and when you got it, if you got it half dry, you be got it cold.
Yes.
They were one rate and the other and cold, and a great idea it was because if you had hay cold half dry, that could have dried out that you could have started uninterrupted.
Yeah. What was a lap?
Eh?
What was the lap?
The lap was what you could lift in your arms like that. You lifted an armful of hay and shook,
Yeah.
put a kind of top over it, and you reached down with your arms on every side of it, and you turned over the front of it, and you drew it back.
Yeah.
And that was,
And then this other way you said of drying the hay, putting it on 3 sticks.
oh, they called it, I think they called it kind of tripods,
Yes.
these sticks.
That's the way they do it in Switzerland, up in the hills.
Is it?
They dry their hay like that.
Uh-huh. Well, they're not good weather out there in the summer.
Well, they maybe don't get as much light. It's a very short season for them.
Lower dark.
It's a shorter season and they have the snow most of the time.
Oh,
What are these various bits of machinery here that we have in here, Paul?
hey,
What's that? What are these bits of machinery?
that there.
Aye.
That there's a pitter dang. And that there's a 2-4 plough.
Right.
And there's was an old kicker,
Right.
what you call it, a kicker. And that there's a turner.
Right. That's the kicker, and that thing rode there, the other one on the right.
No, that in road there, that upper one.
Right.
You could have set that other to turned out or turned on, you see.
Oh, right.
The old owner would have taken about 2 swords, you see, and a kick to down.
Right.
Only I got a centipede, you know, for that old one was done.
Yes. There.
You'd hint you'd be going to put a set of
Right.
teeth on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the centipede's a far better thing for the speeds in it. for
Right.
Kicking it out.
I'll let you cut a bit more there, Paul. You're still pretty good with the scythe, Paul.
Oh, that sounds grass there. That's a class of grass you couldn't cut her
Yeah.
unless it was real sharp. If it was grass out in the field, it's looking hilltop. But the lake of that, you see, it's lying kind of an old thing on the bottom of it there.
Right.
The kind of dead thing on the bottom. Oh no, the time was has got a handle.
You're still not bad. You could still do more work than somebody half your age.
Oh, I'm getting done. My legs is leaving.
Yeah.
I can find the legs on there at the hook. Kind of get me kind of weak. They're all right in the morning when you rest, but when you go about a while.
But you've done quite a bit of work this last 2 months. You've got your potatoes in, you've your peat dug,
Oh,
you've the peat footed,
the peats is footed.
Fit-
I turned the window there the other day.
and
Tried to get something too low.
you've your calves calved.
There's something to calve, yeah.
Did you have to pull out any of them?
I the calf.
Aye.
Oh, why? There's two of them heifers there.
Are you able to pull them out, Paul?
Hey?
Are you able to pull out a calf?
Oh, why? There's a wee heifer there. That wee heifer, that calf there that we lost.
Aye.
I had her in the house there the night before.
Right.
And when she started to calve, I got a little bed and set it down behind her, and I sat down on it and got two strings in the feet. You put strings on it, you know, and put them in the wooden there.
I put a puller.
Oh. And sit down there and set your foot again her, and you just wonder how much. That's if you're a good quit.
But they can be a bit dangerous sometimes.
Oh, there.
They can panic.
Oh, aye. But after you used, you know, the no stranger.
Yeah.
Base, you got to feel there to base there, and if you're a stranger, they know all right. I tested there just a fortnight. There were ones come here to help me to test, and when they went out to gather them up there, you seen them base all get their head in the air.
Right.
And mind you, they weren't the same as if I had been down and round. They know, you know.
Right.
Right enough. Oh, well. That's the way.
Well, I'll see you when I come back again, Paul.
Oh, aye. You'll be round when you...
So look after yourself.
Oh, I'll take it easy.
Right.